Greetings, listeners. I am your host and GM this evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to this Twisted Gear Studios production of Spacers, our Starfinder actual playcast. Last we left the crew, Xovak dealt a demoralizing blow to the crew of the Meteor. While they escaped, as too did Xovak with a mortally wounded captain and distraught warden in tow. The crew tried to save the captain as they returned to the heap.
I would like to attend to the captain.
Okay. So you head on down. Pilot, where are you guys heading?
Back to the heap.
Makes sense. Okay.
I'm gonna follow Clippy into the med bay.
Okay. And I take it that engineering is where Flinch is at?
I'm gonna go to the warden first.
Oh, yeah.
Have a quick chat with him when we get we're away and everything seems to be
Yeah, you're well into
safe.
drift. He's still strapped into one of the extra chairs up on the bridge, and he's just looking a little solemn.
Okay, so I'm going to walk up to. Oh, by the way, getting to my level, I put some skill ranks into diplomacy.
Oh, God.
So there is.
Oh no!
5 of them to be exact.
Oh.
It's not a class skill, so it's nothing to ooh and ah about. I just
So Greg,
my
and,
character tends to make.
Greg and Flinch are both going to be much more talky than they were.
No! I mean, yes.
Now people might listen to us, but no, I'm going to walk up to the warden, and I have something behind my back. Clearly, actually,
It's obvious.
my tail has something that is sort of just bobbing a little bit around, and as I walk up and excuse me, friend.
Yeah.
And I sort of look down at the pistol he gave me, and I'm like, I'd like to thank you for the wonderful gift. Nobody's ever given me a really nice gift before.
He looks really confused while you're having this conversation.
And out of my tail comes that Aslanti wrench I found.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I sort of take it in my hand, and friends give stuff to each other.
He slowly grabs the wrench, and he
I'm tearing up.
with no one else in the room, I'm not going to be able to describe anything further because you wouldn't notice this. But he kind of nods. I'll make very good use of this. Thank you, Flinch.
Yes, Flinch, yes. Yes, Flinch. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. No problem, friend.
He puts it into his belt.
Wait, is this all happening on the bridge?
Yeah.
Because your best friend is piloting right now.
No, I never said I never had any other friends. Of course, you're my best friend, Greg. But I'm making new friends as well.
So,
Can I throw a rag and hit him in the face with it?
roll a dexterity, roll a attack.
Throw an attack.
Roll a d20 and see what happens.
Don't trick.
I rolled a 19 on the dice,
Yeah,
plus
it
a
is
ranged.
me. It is me.
My thrown attack is a +3, so 22.
Do you throw a fresh rag or a recently used rag? Or a while ago used rag?
Do I have any fresh rags?
No.
I have
On a
fresh
scale,
air.
how gross of a rag do you throw at him?
Just the one I started using this morning.
Splat.
Yeah. And I'm like, ugh. And I peeled off, and I'm like, see, Greg, you think this is a gift, and it's not. We're best friends. I love you. I'm going to make sure everything is okay and that you survive all of this. But this isn't a gift. And I put it as this is a gift. High five for the warden.
Am I able to do like little barrel rolls while we're in drift?
Yeah, certainly. There's like massive bits of rock you might want to avoid, but you could try.
Now, that being said, I'm really sorry, but Greg's not thinking about anybody else on board right now. I know the warden's strapped in.
Gordon kind of goes, should I like leave the room or something?
No. You don't have to leave.
I rolled a 4 on the dice. However, I have a +14 on my piloting.
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah.
So Yosoki have a special ability called Moxie, where turbulence in space doesn't really bother me too much.
Yeah, no.
Because I have a tail.
Yeah, I remember that.
So really, the only
as
people who are
there's some
affected.
spinning, Warden kind of lifts up in his chair and Flinch, his arms crossed and tail wraps around the bar.
And you hear over the comms, "What the heck is going on down there?"
I hit a bump. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Flinch is gonna walk over to Greg and grab him in a hug.
Aww.
And then gonna step back and say, "Well, I can give you a gift too," and hand you back the gravy rag that you threw at me.
And as you guys are standing there in this odd standoff, the warden kind of quietly in the background, "I'm just gonna give you guys the room for a bit," when he leaves. Laurel and Cliptic. So you guys go down to the med lab to actually evaluate the captain's injuries. You go on down. She, just from looking at her, not very good. I need you to roll a medicine check there, Cliptic.
12 in total.
12? Okay. The Doshko has severely severed several vital parts of her frame, like her spine, ribs, several organs. It will take a miracle to keep her from permanently being dead.
Can I use a spell? 1 second, I gotta realize where this is. Yes, I can use it unlimitedly. Can I use a spell called Stabilize?
You can use it.
Yeah, if... Do you want me to read it out?
Yeah.
If the target of this spell has 0 hit points and is dying, it automatically stabilizes. If the creature later takes damage, it no longer is stable.
Yeah, so you can cast that. I don't know if you have to roll anything for it.
No?
You just kind of lay your hands on her form.
Okay.
So you place your hands on her body and you cast a spell, and you feel the energy seep into her body, and it's... Here's what we're going to do for this. Technically speaking, as an NPC, she should be dead, but I'm going to leave it up to fate a little bit. All right. With that, she's no longer dying, but she's not responding to any external stimuli. That's where I'm gonna say that.
Can I try Mystic Cure?
What is that one? That's just healing?
That one should be just healing, and it's not using any of my...
It's a D8 plus 4, right?
Yeah, it's a D8 plus my wisdom modifier.
Okay. But all right, so you keep your hands upon her frame and you try again.
So that would be basically 5.
You feel the mystic energies go from your body into hers, and doesn't seem to take too much.
Oh, 1 second. Wait a minute, because we just leveled up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you get an additional point to it because you upped your wisdom, I believe. No, your wisdom is still the same. So still D8 plus 4. Regardless of how much you're pumping in, her body doesn't seem to really be taking it in.
Okay. I don't have much of a poker face, so you'll probably see that I'm very upset.
Hey, look, Clippy, you're, I'm thinking we should probably just get her as quickly back to the heap as quickly as possible, and, let the doctors look at her. I think you're doing what you can, but you're pretty banged up yourself, right? Yeah. You should look at you. I mean, you don't look.
I don't
know how bugs are supposed to look.
That's fair. I don't think I can use medicine on myself, though.
No, Laurel's got a point. You should see someone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep my hands on the captain, but not perform any spells, just for what I think would be comforting, and just be like, I'm just going to stay here for a little bit. Can you help me with some patching up?
Sure.
For myself.
Yeah, you tell me what to do.
Okay. Can you? Does okay?
You're gonna try and walk Laurel through the medicine process. Laurel,
Wonderful.
I'm gonna get you to roll a medicine check.
All right.
But real quick before you do, Clip Tech, I need you to roll a medicine check just to see if you can give Laurel the +2.
So that'll be 28.
You get a +2 to this, Laurel.
Woohoo! All right. 17.
17.
You didn't die.
All right. So
You didn't
it
accidentally
takes
dislodge my arm.
it takes
really
longer.
big hands.
It takes longer than it should.
Okay.
And it's almost like watching a bear try and sew a dress. I think it's the best analogy I can think of. And better part of like 5 hours, this lizard is trying to put bandages on you and wrap you up. By the end of it, you a lot of excess medical tape used and probably more mummified than you should for the wounds that you did have on you.
There's quite a
But,
bit of so it goes here. No, not there. Here. No, not there either.
I'm not
Heal
gonna lie.
four hit points.
I'm healed 4 hit points.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll let you take that.
Flinch is trained in medicine. This is hilarious. I'm on the bridge.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not there. You're not there.
However, the experience is probably going to distract me from the captain and maybe lift my spirits a little bit just because you're trying so hard.
You're morally impressed. All right. With that, unless there's anything super important that need to be done, you guys divvy up the loot from those crates. It takes about a couple days. It'll take 7 days, so a week, to get back to the heap with your current drift drive.
Yeah, once the ship is running smoothly in drift and I don't foresee any problems with Flinch, he's going to start sorting through the stuff that we found in the crates, the different materials, and thinking about all the different, all my different friends and seeing what kind of stuff maybe I can build or retrofit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, crate 1, when you open it up, you get 2,700 credits as well as 2,700 UPBs. The little tactile currency you can use for constructing stuff. There's a magnetic jack that is in there that it's like 2 plates in like a little vise, and they're on the outside of the vise. And the idea is that when you place something on the top plate and then you put the bottom plate on something else, you can separate up to 200 bulk worth of item.
Jack.
There is a hand cannon swagger. Which is a small arm, deals 1d12 damage. Its critical effect is knockdown, or again, you can use this lovely critical deck that we have. Ooh. Has a 6 shell capacity, so once you shoot it the 6 times, that's it. Unless you run to that, then you have to reload it. It's analog, it's unwieldy, but it also has free hands 1, so if you use 2 hands, it's no longer considered unwieldy. In crate 2, you have 3,250 credits. Ooh, payday. 1,600 UPBs. A hook sword that deals a d8 damage. It's analog. It has a tripping effect, and on a crit, it does bleed of d4. There's a terrestrial gamma rifle. Does d10 damage. Range of 80 feet. Its crit effect is irradiate. It's also radioactive and unwieldy, and a sniper for 500 feet. Holy shit. In the last crate, you find 550 credits, 1,100 UPBs, a tactokinesis glove. If you're wearing it, you get +2 to engineering. If you touch any kind of mechanical constructs, like androids or whatever, they must succeed a will saving throw or be dazed for a round. And the last thing is a vial of clear liquid with a little 0 etched into the glass. And until you appraise that or drink it, I will not tell you what it does. Because I think that's more fun.
Yeah.
I already had experience on drinking something.
Greg will drink it if need be.
No.
Do you just go and drink it?
No, I don't. No.
I said if
Flinch
need
says
be.
no.
If need be.
This isn't Romeo and Juliet. You're not doing that.
I mean, they knew exactly what they were drinking.
That's true. No.
Gotta take those chances.
It doesn't look like gravy. You don't want it.
All right.
It looks clean.
So with that, you guys can divvy up that stuff
clean.
later on. We don't need to do that on the microphone, but I'm sure you guys have an idea of where you want all that stuff to go. With that, is there anything that anybody wishes to do during their flight back to the heap, or otherwise we can just kind of time jump to the heap?
Greg just has to recover a lot of stamina, so he's going to be sleeping a lot.
Yeah, how does
yeah.
recovery?
Your stamina will just heal, so your stamina's back to full. Your hit points, however, after 7 days, all your hit points will be back too. So the traditional method of healing hit points, so stamina, just kind of like you can short rest, your stamina's back. A long rest allows you twice your level of healing.
Oh, okay.
So at level 5, with a long rest, you heal 10 hit points.
Oh.
With a short rest, you heal all your stamina. So after 7 days, you
At some
should
point,
all
we
be
would
able to
long
heal
rest.
up to 70 hit points. If anyone has more than that, good for you. Then you're not at full. But if you have less than 70, you're at full hit points.
I have one question. Resolve points. How do we gain those back?
Those should all be back as well. All resolve points are regained after 8 hours of uninterrupted rest. Give me back my freaking. Give me
Is it Tribble giving you
my triple squeegee. It's my triple squeegee.
I'm probably going to be spending the whole time working through everything, planning out how I want to make use of these building things since I'm a builder.
Construction
stuff like that,
and things like that. Yep, absolutely.
Just
Every
looking
so often, Laura will poke a head in, see what you're doing, be a little bit annoying, and then leave.
Yeah, and actually around the third time you come in and you're a little bit annoying. I'm just sitting on the floor and I got everything arrayed around me
What are you?
like a maniac. We're stringing
In like
stuff down.
precision.
Yeah, and I'm just sort of look up and I'm like, oh, it's you. You got those dueling swords or something, right?
Yeah.
Just throw all that in the pile. Throw that all in the pile.
Why? What are you
And I take out the hook
doing?
sword. And I'm like, you should use this, but I'm gonna scrap that. The stuff you already got, and I'm just thinking about stuff I got to work out with BK there. Yeah, so you just draw all that stuff that you're not gonna really need. We'll probably get you some better weapons too. Just take this hook sword and leave that other stuff here.
You're twitchier than usual.
Yeah. This is the fun stuff. Who yeah.
It's an addict. It's an addict.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll leave you to it. And I'm gonna go and do I see Greg anywhere nearby?
I'm sure at some point in 7 days you can find Greg.
Oh, not since the cloaking field.
Oh my god. No, actually. If Greg does not want to be found, you will not find Greg.
Yeah, but if he's sleeping, you'll hear him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you can find Greg asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of like poke Greg. Hey, your buddy, the flinchy there, is he okay?
In what terms are we speaking?
Well, he's surrounded by bits of stuff.
Oh, he's like twitching and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's okay. He's just, he enjoys it a little too much, you know?
Building stuff?
Just don't touch anything in there. I just don't recommend it. He gets mad. If you, just don't.
How weird.
I don't know, man. It's a mechanic thing. I don't know. He's... Yeah.
You guys don't really have a lot in common, eh?
No, we've got a lot in common. We just don't generally eat the same things. We like building different things.
Well, yeah, you like doing ships and stuff, and he is surrounded by little piles of... I don't know what they were. He was being twitchy.
Yeah, and his diet is just terrible.
Huh.
You should see the things he eats. It's absolutely disgusting.
You just eat the things you eat.
What do you mean?
What are you eating right now?
I don't know. I found this underneath the warden's chair. He's been sitting on the bridge with me on occasion.
The warden's just in the corner.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
okay.
actually been thinking about taking him to see, like, do you think the heap has, like, people who tell you what to eat?
Nutritionist? Sorry, I'm not
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm kind of hoping they've got some pretty good doctors. Otherwise, I think most of the crew will be mad at us for almost killing the captain. But maybe one of them?
Technically, it wasn't us who almost did that.
Well, no. I mean, really, it wasn't us. But I mean, I would blame us.
Yeah.
I've been blamed for things I didn't do because I was in the wrong place before.
Maybe we could just put it on like a note and launch it at the ship.
Well, that'd be even worse. They'd think we were firing at them.
Well, yeah, but no, I mean like in a... I don't know. I've been sleeping way too much.
And then he closes his eyes and he just drifts off.
That was weird. What's up, Warden?
If that's all, that was weird.
The whole conversation was weird. Laurel is a little out of her depth.
A little out of her depth. So, any other pressing tasks before we head to the heap and time skip, or shall we?
I'm just basically staying by the captain to make sure she's still staying stabilized. She hasn't passed during those 7 days, has she?
It's really iffy.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking, because whether I'm going to stay with her or I have to prep a body for burial.
Okay. On the 6th day,
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
we're so close.
you wake up in the morning and you go to check on the captain as you happen every day.
Yeah.
And on this day, there are no vital signs.
And do I know when she's passed? Like, am I knowledgeable
it was
enough?
sometime, probably about 3 hours prior to you
Okay, so
checking here.
way far than I couldn't resuscitate her.
Yeah.
Possible.
You're
Well-
just over a day out.
I am going to prep the body for burial so she's not decomposing on our ship. And
Yeah, makes sense.
yeah.
Do you tell anybody?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell all of you. So I guess
Can I do it in the mess hall?
we can do it in the mess hall. Yes,
I'm assuming.
probably.
When else would we all be together?
And I'm
in the
also,
same room?
and most likely too, is that I wouldn't ask you all to come down. That would just be possibly disrespectful in her condition. So
Are you going to gather everybody in the mess hall?
yeah, probably.
All right. So the 4 of you and the warden are in the main mess hall with your chairs and tables.
Did we know her full name?
Farah Argus.
Just Farah Argus. That was just her full name. Okay. Okay. So how am I going to proceed this? It'd be probably before everybody's gone there, probably made like a batch of tea and put it on the table. And are everybody there right now, or am I still waiting for them?
They could be. They'll as soon as you call them. I'm sure everybody will be there.
Okay. I have some very, very distressing and terrible news. Captain Farah has passed away in the night.
She was still alive?
Barely, but yes.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
Yep.
I recommend that someone call ahead to the heap to give them
I
advance.
nominate Greg.
No.
And talk to Diantha? No.
Oh god, not the face.
No.
Really, it should be either you, Clippy, or Warden, sir.
Well,
You knew her the best.
And really, if it comes from you, they won't blame us.
seriously, that's your reasoning?
I don't think that's all she means, but
You think
to
they
come
blame
from
us?
someone that they know you were associated with would be better than coming from us who are fairly new.
See, I was thinking someone respectable,
I don't disagree with
like
your logic.
I'm not respectable, like, and these two definitely aren't. You kind of, I don't know, maybe you are. You're all like wizardy, so I think that counts.
Well, I mean, they're not going to think it was our fault anyway. It was her fault.
Well, I'll explain the whole
Xovak's
situation.
fault.
I'm
she
sure,
would
Warden,
leave.
you'd be a more
I told her to leave and she was-
delicate.
She asked
You
for
don't tell the captain to do something. That's what captains do. Captains
did it
tell
to
people to do
herself.
something. You're not.
Well,
a
I
captain.
wouldn't say you don't tell her to do anything because she's a captain. I say you don't tell her to do anything because nobody tells her what to do. You know.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Warden, will you come with me to make that call on the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, would you like some tea before you go?
And I'm just going to pour everybody tea, regardless if they ask for it or not, and just give it to everyone because I just assume it's the comfort thing. I'm like the Sheldon of the group.
So the warden actually takes out like a flask he's had hidden in his belt, and he like pounds that whole thing back as you're pouring tea. And once he's finished that, he grabs the tea, just drops that in one fell swoop, and then just walks out.
But no, she's. Are you sure? Because I mean, like, she was pretty tough. Like, she was pretty strong. Like, she's. I don't know. She's not. Like, for a human, like, man. I thought she could. I thought for sure she was gonna pull through.
The wounds were quite extensive. I mean, I'm surprised she even survived the blow at all, to be honest.
It's okay. And then I'm just going to go over and I'm just going to pat your shoulder, and then I'm going to full on hug you because I need the hug probably more than you do.
I kind of like awkwardly pat Ecliptic's head.
Yeah.
Like, thanks.
Flint shakes his head and leaves.
But you know, I'm just gonna kill Xovak over this. I mean, I was going to anyways, but now I have a good reason.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have expected less, but okay.
And then I'm just going to leave.
Leaving just Greg and Laurel.
I've gotten more hugs from in the past little while than in my whole life.
No.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I wonder. I wonder.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I'm worried.
I'm wondering. Because, you know, the captain, she was a very well-respected individual among circles that we are in. We got a war coming.
Oh. Good. Good.
Yeah, but, you know, it's gotta be more than just us. We need other people. I mean, look at me. I'm fabulous, but I'm not very big.
Well, no. Xovak broke out for a reason. And she knew what that reason was. Either that or she just had some other vendetta, which, I mean, who could blame her? That guy was a jerk. But if he's still alive, if he didn't blow up with the ship, he's got his own goal that he's going for. If there wasn't going to be, like, if her death is the rallying cry to get an army and going after him, that's might be the only way to stop him. And from the sounds of things, he needs to be stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Guy thinks he's a god. That's never a good thing.
No, he can't be tolerated to live anymore.
Well, that was dark.
It was, wasn't it?
You scare me sometimes.
You know, I haven't eaten a lot of gravy in the past couple of weeks. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Really?
No, probably not. I just grew up in really terrible circumstances.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go and check and see how much longer we've got.
And I'm gonna hop down off the chair because God knows I can't see over the table if I'm sitting in it.
That was almost
fair.
sensible conversation for Greg.
Yeah.
Listen,
Almost.
It's like he leveled up or something.
it's like it's like he's got a lot of skills and he just pretends that he's a little bit
You
of an
put
idiot.
points in culture, didn't you? Didn't you?
No, I
How-
put them in diplomacy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cultured goblin.
All right, so you're a little over a day away from the heap, unless there's anything people want to do next day.
Is there any way to find out if the Purgatory blew up? Is the warden with his self-destruct thing, would that, from his wrist or whatever it was, would that...
Do you want to go and talk to him about it?
Yeah, I actually do. I want to see
So-
if it actually managed to blow up.
anytime that you go, especially after the news about Farah, once Cliptech, you and him make the message to the heap. When you call the heap, just as far as names are concerned, so you have the name. The person that picks up the other end is a character called Hestaphanos. Hestaphanos, you've never really met him like in person. You've seen him in passing, but he kind of usually kept to himself. But he kind of runs the ship when Farah is gone.
Is he a human as well? Or?
No, he's an elf.
Oh, he's an elf.
Yeah. Which is actually like ridiculously rare in Pac-Worldian society to find elves still. Okay. So the fact that there is one on the ship's actually kind of a weird sight. So that would be the one reason why you recognize him, but have never actually really met him. He was usually busy doing something, but you're familiar enough with him that this is rare enough in and of itself. So Hestaphanos picks up the call, acknowledges, and is prepared for your guys' arrival with all of that.
Okay.
But after that call, the warden does not leave his chair on the bridge. He's just, he keeps kind of spinning like it looks kind of like a coin. It's not a flat coin, but he keeps spinning a coin while he sits in his chair. So when you go and look for him there, Flinch, you can find him in the bridge.
Hey, warden buddy, old pal. Yeah. Do you know if Purgatory actually blew up? It just popped into my head. You put into self-destruct, but does that also, like, maybe they found some way to stop it? Since we weren't there to see it, I was just curious if you would know if it actually blew up.
Well, he looks at his little wrist clock, and it's flashing 0000.
If the countdown got stopped, I would see it on my wrist console, so...
Oh, so she probably went.
Probably. But any confirmation beyond the timer going to 0...
So, where it was using, souls and stuff as a fuel source, like, is there any way to tell how much of an explosion that would cause?
It's actually more designed. There's a high-grade singularity projector inside.
Ooh.
So actually it gets sucked into itself to prevent that very, problem.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
So if she went, there's actually now a little black hole where it once was.
Oh.
If I was lucky enough, then maybe I got their evil friggin' ship with it too. They only had about 2 minutes to get out of there.
Yeah, something tells me Xovak did get out of there, though.
Well, that'd be...
I mean, his armor was, like, made out of a black hole.
A Solarian.
Solarian.
You've never run into a Solarian before? Actually, Farah was one, too.
Oh, that energy they used?
Yes.
Fancy.
Yeah, so his Solarian star is that of a black hole, an all time-altering sort of thing. Farah, she herself took on a more young star.
Oh. Oof.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll leave you to it then. I was just curious. If you need anything, let me know.
Well, here, and he hands you the wristpad. Since you're so interested in it, to be totally honest, right now I can't be bothered to see if the station I've spent my later years is destroyed or not. I'm sure if you amplified the signal from that, you could probably get some information. I don't know how much, but like I said, you're probably more invested than I right now.
Sure. Don't forget to eat something, man. You're wasting away to nothing.
Kind of like pats his belly.
Well, I can afford to waste a little bit.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'll look into it, and then I'll spend a bit of time trying to amplify the signal.
Roll a mechanics check.
24.
You use those new gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's with the bonus of the new gloves.
Yeah. Plus 17.
24. All right. I will say that with a 24, which is actually pretty damn good, you're able to get a couple of bits of information, actually. So his wrist pad, like the thing that he currently had up was the timer to the self-destruct device, but the wrist pad itself actually controlled a good number of functions of the station, or allowed him to have like remote access to a bunch of features. Not so much a lot of control of the station, as a lot of it is just so massive in scope that you have to actually have the powerhouse of the station. But any readings that the station could access, his control pad could access. So you were able to grab actually some of the last bits of information that the station had.
Okay.
It seems that the gravitational like self-destruct did trigger. The station is gone.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to see that Xovak did in fact escape.
Mm-hmm.
However, just so you learn a little bit else. Every ship that enters his this includes your own. Every ship that enters his station is tagged, and he's able to track that ship for up to 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So the ship that Xovak landed on was tagged. Can I track it through this?
You can.
Yeah. So
With a 24, you can.
that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
See if I can extrapolate.
And do some
Where
research.
Where he's heading, do some research, yes.
Okay. So with that information, what else would you be able to get? That's probably the
That's a
big
lot.
stuff. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So you'd need to do some astrogation checks. But so one thing to note is that with the ship, as your ship as it currently is, you don't got a lot in way of astrogation. The heap does.
Yeah.
So that might be some information you want to take to the heap and use
Yeah.
their astrogation charts to
Makes sense.
plot some stuff. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to do in the last day? Nope.
That sounds ominous.
That's fine.
If at any point Greg's like sitting in the pilot seat
So all
during
the
this
time.
time, and the warden is hanging out,
He's in the bridge the whole time.
yeah, okay. At some point, Greg will just kind of like give him the side eye, or just like like a quiet moment, say,
So, you and the captain had a lot of history, eh? You know, everything that happened is not your fault, right? It's not your fault.
He stops spinning the coin and kind of looks up at you. Doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks questioningly.
See, the thing is that now the more that we know about this asshat. Actually, no, I like asshats. This guy.
We're all a bunch of ass.
The more that we learn about him, now that we know exactly what some of his ambitions are, he's playing the long game. And part of that game was no doubt being exactly where he was for exactly how long he's been there. So really, it's not your fault what happened. And besides, everyone makes their own choices, and she made hers, so there you go.
Roll a diplomacy check. That one I'm going to get you to roll a diplomacy check for. Just considering your logic versus his logic.
I rolled a 16 on the dice.
Oh, damn!
And now I have a 7 in diplomacy, so 23.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay. He stares at you, and you can't tell if his opinion of the situation has changed from your words.
Greg can't really
As
tell
his
if people
face
are mad at him or
doesn't
not
change. He just kind of nods and leans back in the chair and keeps spinning the coin.
Just, whatever you got going on, we're, put put it to good use right now. Yeah. Because we're probably going to need it. Because now we're playing the long game, too.
Well, he gets up and he pockets his coin. He goes up, he pats you on the back.
Well, thank you. Well, Greg.
You know how you can thank me? Don't tell any of the rest of them that I said this because they think that I like sucking on gravy rags all day long.
Do you not like sucking on gravy legs?
No, I really do, but they think that's all I like.
All right, I'll keep this between us, but thank you, and I'll think I might actually get some sleep.
Awesome. I recommend the vent down the hall. 2 lefts. You take a left, and then you take a left, and you look up. It's right there.
Right.
And then you see him like pause and like think about something for a second.
You think he was at the station for as long as he was by choice? Like he planned to be there for that long?
Maybe. I mean, we can't know for certain, but... I mean... He seemed pretty calm for somebody sitting in a glass dome for a long time. You know...
I've got some videos to watch.
And then he storms off pretty quickly, pulling out a little tablet out of his side bag.
Finally!
And then I pull out a gravy rag and I start sucking on the end of it.
Oh my god. All right, so the last day passes. You guys drop out adrift.
I do at some point though wanna talk to Cliptic and just make sure he's doing okay. But
That's nice of you.
Where's Cliptic chilling?
Cliptic is probably chilling in his... Oh, wait. Our sleeping quarters are basically all shared, isn't that correct?
Yeah, you all sleep in hammocks.
Yeah, I'll probably be in my hammock. Yeah, I'll be in my hammock.
yeah. Hey, just what I said earlier. Like I don't mean that. Like you're a doctor, right?
Yeah, well, I can heal.
Okay, because I just didn't want you to think that I was saying you weren't earlier. It's really kind of shocking when someone dies like that, and I don't know. I wanted to make sure you were okay, because like I don't know, doctors sometimes take that kind of hard. I don't know how that is, but from my perspective, there's nothing you could have done.
Well, oh my gosh, how am I going to respond to that? That was actually very moving.
I don't know. You okay? Like,
I'm doing all right. It was, it is shocking, especially since we knew kind of her personality for the length of time that we did. But I'm doing all right. I really honestly am. But are you? You seem to be more concerned.
I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. There's a lot more involved right now. Like I'm a lot more. I usually
Anxious?
don't get to know people this well.
Oh.
This is weird, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Well,
So I'm trying to, I don't know. I think you're supposed to talk to people, so I'm trying. I'm just not good at it.
Well, it's a start.
And I pat her arm and get out of my hammock, and I'm basically, would you like a cup of tea to continue the conversation? And then I just like drag her off, and then we can have just a chat or whatever. It's fine.
We'll probably talk about coloring.
Yeah, that's right.
Aww.
Coloring, tea, weapons,
Yeah.
Seems like Flinch is the only one not emotionally growing at all.
That sounds about right.
Not
It's
true.
your soaky thing.
Not true. You gave a wrench to a human.
You
That's
did!
A Lashunta.
That was Lashunta. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah. We survived an ordeal together.
Yeah.
We had each other's backs. We fought the dead,
Yeah.
This is also true.
right? There's a little bit of a connection between brothers in arms. It doesn't need to be a threat to the family.
Oh my.
But it was. But it was.
It is. It is.
All right.
It is.
So, oh god. All right. So you guys drop out of drift. You head to the heap. It's kind of just chilling there, waiting for you guys. As you guys dock into the quad bay, all 3 other ships are there. So all 4 ships are together in the hangar bay. Everyone's sitting there. They've all prepared for you guys to arrive. And
Before relinquishing the body over, was there any of her costume or anything like a plate or anything I could take? Because I want to give it to, as you call her, the face now,
Yantha.
Diantha, as a
yeah.
memory.
I'll say that there's like a pauldron that she had. That has a pauldron is like a shoulder,
Okay.
like a shoulder guard
Okay.
that she had that has like the crest of the heap on it. You can take that.
Okay. Because I want to give that to Diantha.
Oof. Big oof.
As we land, though, if there's something I'd like to do because they are waiting
Yep.
for her, and when the gangway comes down, I'm going to sort of just run off the ship and like see everyone and be like whatever, and just storm away from everybody
No.
till I can see not anybody in charge, but I can see like a lower ranking person and be like, astrogation lab. Where is the astrogation lab?
You find a rather jittery halfling.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Quick, time is of the essence.
"How do you know my name?"
What? What?
Oh,
Just tell me where the astrogation lab is.
it's that way. Why is everyone being so mean?
What being mean? What are you talking
He
about?
points towards an elevator at the end. He's like, "It's upstairs. It's
Let's just
by
come
the-
with me. Just come with me.
Oh, I've never been. Oh no."
Come with me. There's nobody else around. We'll be fine.
So you drag Tim the halfling with you.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, this is during the funeral service.
Well, yeah. Well, they're doing all that. That's not important to me.
I gotta break a lottery ticket for that kid or something.
Like, I do get people's need to grieve, but Flinch's attitude is mostly anger.
Yep, that's fair. All right. So in that case, everyone, you guys do go through the funeral service. More of that RPing will be when we've got Bailey with us. But so you go up to the astrogation lab.
Yes.
So the bridge is pretty empty.
Excuse me.
Except for like 1 or 2 crew members, and they're kind of just sitting there, kind of bummed that they're up here while everything's going on upstairs. But someone's got to watch the bridge, and one of them turns back. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, it's Flinch. Flinch from the ship that just came in.
Oh, the media. Yeah.
Yeah, with the dead captain. That one.
Wow.
I need to go to the astrogation lab so I can track down the guy who killed her. So if you could just let me go do that now.
Oh. And even Tim goes, oh. He goes, oh, well. What?
Do we know you were doing that?
No, he just ran off.
I just ran off.
Yeah. The guy stands up and goes, oh, well, I mean, fair enough. And he goes to where like there's that giant hollow table in the center of the bridge. Like, the bridge is like a huge expanse of space. Turns on the hollow table, pulls like several star charts. He's like, here,
So the
it's
funny
yours,
thing is,
man.
as he pulls it up, as I'm walking toward it and get within 20 feet of it, I'm going to activate remote hack,
Oh God.
and I'm going to immediately start doing it from 20 feet away, walking toward it. So that way he notices that I've immediately connected to the system that he's now open to me.
The guy's like, okay, I'm just gonna go sit back over here.
And I'm going to try to
Officially.
figure it out. And I'm going to be like holding on to Tim's arm.
Tim just stares at this
Don't go
console. He's
anywhere,
like,
man. Don't go anywhere.
I feel really out of my element here, man.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. You're going to be a hero. Let's get this done.
Okay. I mean, I just like working on engines, man.
Yeah, so do I. We're going to be the best of friends. I guarantee we'll be the best of friends eventually.
right.
But right now, shh.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here and shush.
I work better under pressure, especially other people's pressure.
Oh. Alright. Oh my god. Alright, I'll need you to roll an astrogation check.
Which is computers.
Is it not its own skill? No, computers.
No.
Roll computers.
I'm still over 20 though. I have 23.
Jesus. Alright. This is gonna take you a couple of days.
And that's fine.
triangulate, and you're just going through all of the data. For the sake of role playing the actual funeral process itself, for you three that aren't flinch, we're gonna leave most of that stuff to when we have Bailey here.
Yep.
So if it seems like I'm putting a lot of emphasis over here on this check to progress this portion of things, that's fine.
Well, I'm just out of curiosity. So you never told us what you found on the warden's computer? Okay.
Because there's nothing we could do there, right?
Yeah. So I'm assuming the funeral doesn't last 3 days.
No.
So at some point, probably not until the very end of the 3 days, because
Well, I'm assuming pretty quick
whatever.
what you guys are going to try.
Probably almost right after the funeral. I'm thinking we're all going to question where the heck you went.
I'm not going to question it unless someone else does.
It's pretty straightforward. Before he comes to his conclusion, the three of you will know that he's in the bridge scouring over his star charts.
Okay.
And you guys can all pitch in, help out, or
Yep.
watch in some capacity. To whichever instance, I'm sure he says, fuck off. Correct. All right, so with that, it does take you a few days. You compile as much information as you've had, and you punch them in, and you have up to 2 weeks of chartable time with this ship. So, part of this is also going to be a recap of all the information you have so far.
Yeah.
When you correlate the information you got from the azimuth, you correlate the information from the planets that you went to and you met the matriarch, that poison planet, as well as this current ship. The destination that the azimuth gave the seven pointed at some random space that when you looked at, there was nothing there.
Yeah, I totally found that too.
Then there was the other planet was equidistant in a different direction from the Pack Worlds. And there was this gas planet that was there, but nothing else seemed to be very, very of specific interest. But however, a 7 installation was there. This ship, you can tell just based on the speed of ships when a ship has changed hands. And the ship that Xovak got on, that was on the space station, was obviously, as you saw it, was some kind of a shuttlecraft. And then all of a sudden it's moving at massive ship speed. So you can safely assume that this ship has then docked with his flagship and it went off somewhere. It went to a third location. And I'm going to say, for the sake of actually getting to the end of this, it takes about a week of you tracking and watching. And you can safely predict, the direction it's going. I'll bet you it's going to stop in a third location that's also the same amount of distance from the Pack World as the other two are. And sure enough, equidistant from the other two locations in a different direction, this ship stops. And then it gets really weird. It suddenly, twice in 2 days, jumps to two different equidistant locations from the Packed Worlds, and then ends up back to that initial spot again.
Oh, so we went there first and then...
So if I were to draw a circle, and the Packed Worlds was in the center, let's say northwards of that circle was where the azimuth said to go.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's say westwards of that circle is where that poison planet was. In this example,
It's like a triangle within.
It went eastward, equidistant, and then suddenly once it reached that point, it jumped southward, somewhere southeastward, and then back to eastward again.
Oh. Do I know
And these are millions of light years away from each other.
Oh, and it was like the
Instant.
snap. Instant. Oh, sneaky. Xovak sneaky.
Beyond that, you have no idea what that can mean.
Okay. So after my time, once I, this is the information I have.
Yep.
I'm gonna be like, Eureka! Just on the bridge out of nowhere, because I'm assuming
Tim
people...
goes, ah!
Yeah, because I've been using him to go get me food and stuff, because I haven't left. Right?
He's like asleep at one point in the middle of the night.
Coffee! Tim, get everyone together. And by everyone, I mean everyone important to me.
Does that mean the creepy goblin too?
Creepy goblin?
Okay.
You mean
okay.
Greg?
Is that
Greg's not creepy.
Okay.
Greg's just, Greg.
Oh.
He'd like you. He would. Yeah. He likes other short things.
I think he's been leaving me messages.
Oh God, you think Greg knows how to write?
Oh.
Is it like written messages or?
He
is it
holds up like a scraggly rag with really
Can I see that for a second?
Yeah.
And I reach over to tag the rag to see what type of rag that this message is written on.
It's a gravy rag.
It's a gravy rag. What does the message say?
What was the message last one you wrote to him? So don't worry, they're no longer trying to find you.
I took care of the problem or something like that.
Yep.
So I look at it, and I look at Tim, and I'm like, oh, man. I'll look into this, but
Okay.
Man, you're with me now. Let's go get everyone together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take this is Greg, come on.
He was trying to make it better. I don't
They're
know.
not there.
So you guys are all sleeping in your individual quarters. First things first, Laurel. Hi.
What?
Hello.
What?
My name's Tim.
Okay.
I think you're one of the friends of Flinch.
I get up and I stumble to the door and I open it.
Ah,
What?
Hi.
Oh, you're little.
You're big. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Flinch said to get you.
Why?
He said Eureka and then said go and get you. I just don't know how to say no.
Do you find we're gonna go kill Xovak?
I don't know what that means.
Okay, no, like the guy that killed the captain. We're gonna go kill him. And
Okay.
Flinch knows where that is, so
I'm not good at that stuff.
what are you
I
good
have to
at?
go get 2 more people.
Yeah, you do that. I grab my gun, I strap it to me, and I walk. I head out. Thanks, Tim.
Clip Ticky here.
I probably am a light sleeper, so I'll go and open the door.
Oh, hello. My name's Tim. I think you're one of Flinch's friends. He's like Yasoki. He's been working on an astrogation chart for like a week. He said to come and get you. I don't know why. He just said, Eureka! And it scared the pee out of me. But I come to get you, like I said, before I go and get Goblin. Do you know where the Goblin is?
To be fair, no one knows where the goblin is.
Oh, no.
But
I don't want to make him mad.
it's okay. And I start like patting his shoulder, and I'll be like, "Do you want me to come with you?"
I don't know. Can you call the Goblin?
I don't have that ability.
You have the comms.
Oh, do I have the gloves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
It's just a constant. Good luck, Tim.
Immediately, Sharon is like,
Tim ATF.
you mean telepathy? No, I can't.
do.
I know.
That's right. That's
But you could do that too. You have limited telepathy.
If she's in 30 feet, I can do that.
She's sleeping 30 feet.
You
He's sleeping
really
30
should
feet in
hope
the
that I'm
bed
not
above
within
Greg
her.
could be
30
sleeping
feet
under
of
your
you.
bed. You don't know.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I did not realize I had the calm. I'm gonna use the calm. I'm gonna use
I
the.
could have did that too. But
I'm gonna use the calm. Greg, where are you?
And you hear the comm come on, and you hear like voices and mumbling and stuff, like he's in a public place.
Yeah.
Apparently, we have to go and find Flinch.
My name's Tim.
Oh, and your friend Tim is here.
Well, that's debatable.
Oh, God. All right, yeah, just, let me clue up something I'm doing here, and I'll be right there.
How long is it gonna take you?
I don't know, just a minute, you know.
All right, well, me and Tim will meet you up back in the same. Where are we at? Where are we
We're
going?
going to the bridge.
Oh, to the bridge.
Yeah, well, bye.
And then I'll.
Well, come on, Tim. It's like a nice adventure.
And then like I'll grab my shit and then start walking.
you took
to the
away from the
bridge.
fanciness
yay.
of it for a second. You're gonna grab my shit. Grand adventure with my shit.
Well, I also
God.
forgot I had comms, so it's fine.
All right, so then you all gather in the bridge.
Okay.
Okay.
With Tim.
I'd just
Yes,
like to say the
he's
thing
there.
that Greg's been doing. Oh, it's good. So during this past week, since he's had no one really hanging around with him, he's been spending a lot of time hanging out in, like, you know, the gaming halls and the bars and stuff.
Oh God, what's going on?
And he's just been sowing little seeds.
Oh no.
You know, it's really terrible what happened to the captain. Somebody should really do something about it. It just seems like these 7 men, they just feel like they can run everything and take over everything. You know, it won't be that long before they come for the heap. Guarantee it. I'll put money on that.
Oh my god.
And you're gonna spread that. It's true, yeah.
Roll a diplomacy.
Oh no. I rolled a 1. You've been kicked out of every bar on the heap.
It's possible. It's possible. Take a look.
Is there more than one?
So nervous. Okay, I rolled a 5 on the dice. Plus 7
Spread
is
in rumors.
12.
Okay.
Unless it would be bluff.
It's not like you got a
not
rallying
bluff,
call
'cause
going
it's true.
on.
Yeah.
But you do have a couple of drunkards that are like, yeah, those little buggers, whatever. At one point, one of them, it's the warden. He's like, yeah, kill them all.
Can I get a bonus to that if I buy alcohol for people?
I'll let you re-roll it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Can I accept the higher result
Yes.
of the 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
Was it a 1?
Yes. I'll take the 12.
What is wrong
Maybe
with
it's
your
just
luck?
these sets of dice.
Stop here.
These are
Use
the
this
same
die.
sets.
Use this real quick. I
Here.
just want to see this happen.
See, that's a 16.
Okay, cool. Now don't taint my dice.
So what happens is you try to buy alcohol for somebody thinking that it'll help, and you buy them the wrong thing, and they get a
buy them whatever one-
There is at least 2
whatever.
people in the med lab right now that are there because you gave them the wrong thing.
Probably gravy.
See, use those ones.
Maybe those ones aren't like.
Let's
It's
just
the same
continue.
Well,
set.
anyway. So you guys are in the bridge, and French is ready to present.
At least it's giving
his
you a better
findings.
chance.
Okay. So I have a monocle on.
What?
Knew it. I knew
Where
it.
did you get that?
Crafted it.
Built it out of universal building points.
Please tell me it's
You all
cracked.
noticed that that Tim's monocle is missing.
Tim had a monocle?
Apparently.
Oh. Laura would not have noticed that.
Oh, Tim, you got everybody together. This is great. This is great. Yeah. You might as well stay too, because you're deeply involved in this now. It all hinges on all of us together.
Oh no.
You're a part of something grand and big.
Tim,
And,
did you join our crew?
What?
Yeah, he's the
Hi.
new assistant engineer.
did-
So,
I didn't sign on to that.
oh no, we'll talk about it later. Yeah, but Greg, just before I start, do you know a Mr. Tim here? And I hold up sort of a gravy rag. Do you know a Mr. Tim here?
He's like shaking in his boots.
I'm not sure if we've met or not.
Yeah. Can you just apologize to Mr. Tim? Just say you're sorry. Look what you've done to the man. You've given him anxiety.
Oh, I kind of had that before.
It's okay, Tim. It's okay, Tim.
Okay.
You'll get
Listen,
that.
Tim.
No.
The universe is a really, really messed up place. And you gotta learn to have some confidence or you're never gonna make it, man. So, you know what? You gotta stop worrying about what other people are doing, what they think, and just do your thing and suck on your own gravy rag.
That was the worst apology I've ever heard.
Trying to apologize.
We're gonna find out in a second. Roll straight charisma.
What? Yeah. I wasn't apologizing.
That's real straight charisma. I just want to see how this goes.
I rolled a 14, and it's a -1, so 13.
At the end of your statement, you do this big toothy grin.
That would be better if it was
And he goes,
diplomacy.
he like shudders a bit, but he kind of looks over and flinch approvingly and
Yeah,
and
it's all good, Tim. That's about as much of an apology as you're gonna get from Greg. Mm-hmm. And then sort of.
Can I go back to work now?
Yeah, you're doing work now with us.
Oh.
It's all good. Oh, here's your monocle back. I just borrowed it.
He takes it back and just kind of pockets it. Okay.
Did it used to be a pair of glasses?
Yes. The nose piece is still there, but the arms are just toast.
Damn it. Damn you, flinch. Yeah.
Does Tim get paid very much where he works?
So as Tim is like looking at his monocle and he's not looking at me, I'm gonna sort of look over at Greg and mouth like, "Good one." Like give the wink of respect.
You guys are horrible.
I was legitimately asking because if he doesn't get paid very much, we could pay him more.
Okay. Yeah. We'll pay him more. For undue suffering. Okay, so
Undue suffering.
the reason I brought you all together is I figured out what's going on with, Trash Face.
Xovak.
Yeah, that guy. The guy who has a face like trash. Him.
We gonna go kill him?
yeah, I guess we could do our best to try. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So and then I pull up some star charts and I explain. So remember when we were looking at those charts before about the equidistant from the packed worlds, and there was 2 of these worlds. Well, there was a third one.
Yeah.
And he went here, but just watch, and I do like sort of the time lapse where it sort of blinks.
Yeah. So it's interesting. The time lapse goes, like following the ship, straight line to where it goes. It then stops. It's very definitively in a spot. Then it goes boop, then boop, then boop into 3 completely millions of light years apart distances, and then back.
Is that a glitch?
No. That's not a glitch. That's he's got some tech on his side for sure.
But I've not heard of any tech that could be like that.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff you haven't heard about.
Well, thanks.
No, I don't mean that in a negative way. There's lots of stuff I haven't heard about, but in order for us to know about it, we have to go find it. I suggest we gear ourselves up for war, we get some work done on the ship, and we head to that planet that he went to.
It might be a good idea to get us some allies.
Yeah, we got Tim right here.
Oh no!
Oh, man, you'll be good in this. You'll be good in this. I need an assistant, okay? Come on.
Oh.
I was thinking more like, the Aslantes or the Vesk or somebody else with a lot of ships and much bigger guns.
Yeah. That sounds like a really good idea, except, we need to have more information, really. I mean, we can do our best. We can get the Heap to start trying to get allies together. But, actually, outside of game, because it's hard to get rid of the voice.
Yeah.
Is the ship still there? At that?
You still have a week's worth of tracking, and so you could still track it for the next week, and it is still in that spot.
Okay. So, what I'm suggesting is that we get our stuff together. It's going to take us a while to get our stuff together and see if anything changes. And if he does leave, we should go to that world to see what he was doing there.
So you want to do some scouting?
Well, we're not really capable enough to, charge him. Right? With our forward-mounted, non-moving turret.
We need bigger guns.
Yeah, we'll put a little bit of work on the ship, but,
I should suggest better shields, too.
yeah.
I don't know if the Heap is up for getting us big allies, because I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a lot of frickin' pirates here.
We are pirates.
You notice as you say that, though, Flinch sort of, sinks down a little bit. He's like, yeah, we're not talking about pirates.
No, we're not talking about pirates in that way. What I'm saying is that we can't leave it to the Heap to be approaching the Vesk when they've probably done their best to take away from the Vesk.
Yeah, okay.
What are we? No, we're talking about we're gonna go get some info, and we're gonna go shoot some stuff, and hopefully Xovak is one of those things that we shoot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's it. It sounds... Well, this is why we're talking about it here. All of us who are core to this, me, Flinch, Greg, Cliptic, Laurel, and he uses, everyone's real names. Laurel and Tim here. We got... all of us who are deeply involved.
Now, I'm not one to usually understand what the goblin says, but I'm understanding and I'm agreeing that we should have more, an army backing us up. I believe that's what she's saying.
Yeah, but and that's...
He's saying.
That sounds...
It's saying.
Yes. That sounds great, except the issue with having an army to back us up when there isn't an exact place to have a battle is a little bit pointless. Be hard to sneak up on that planet and find out what we got to do with, war drums in the deep and such. Unless that is the plan. Unless we're planning on just rallying everyone together and charging where he may be, and then he'll teleport a million light years away.
Laurel, I want you to roll a quick intelligence check for a second.
Because Flinch is only sort of going by what?
13.
13? As this conversation's happening and the concept of asking the Vesk Empire for help is being discussed, you feel this urge to want to basically kind of go through a Vesk encyclopedia and do some research. That Doshko really made you feel like you want to research that.
Okay.
Something about the concept of talking to the Vesk Empire for help
I mean,
And what
I
he
don't
had
want to
going
talk
on
to the
there.
West Empire for help,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that even on that personal, it's like,
Yeah.
but there's something you may want to look into.
let's put a hold on that. I need to find out some stuff first before we talk to. I mean, I don't know if you have connections or like your little. I don't. Do you know people, Greg? Anyways, and I don't know if you, Cliptic, have connections with anything, but I mean, I don't think we should be talking to the Vesk until we have a bit more information about.
Well, it's gonna take. How about this? Let's compromise. I know that's a dirty word. I know. Or is it? Yeah, let's compromise. It's gonna take a little bit to get the ship worked on. It's gonna take a little bit to outfit us properly, going through the equipment to make sure that we're more capable in a fight, because we were woefully unprepared for fighting Trash Face. And during that time, if people want to reach out or find more information, you guys feel free to spend that time doing that while I'm spending time making sure that we can survive what comes ahead. I'm not good talking to people, because people suck.
Couldn't agree more.
And then all of a sudden the door closes and good old Warden is there, and he's holding his data pad and he's kind of wagging it in his hand. He goes,
Except I got one monkey wrench I'm going to throw in your plan.
Oh, well.
You may want to deal with the situation as soon as conceivably possible.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. Happy holidays, everyone. In the meantime, the next episode of Spacers will air Tuesday, January 7th. Until then, Tuesday, December 31st is the next episode of The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast GM'd by Derek Snow. The game system used today was the Starfinder game system by Paizo. Music, sound effects, and ambient tracks in this episode licensed through Video Copilot, Triune Films, and Sirenscape. You can find all of Twisted Gears' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please like and follow Twisted Gear Studios' Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Lindsay Zelansky, Elizabeth Wells, and Derek Snow. Your audio operator, Sam Picky, and I was your host and GM, Zach Barrett. If you happen to be in the February area, you can find me at Tavern on Main every Monday at 7:30 p.m. for trivia. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.